Thank you very much for your work. Now, I would like to request Dr. Samir Brahmachari. He has told now I hear that he was called about a lot teacher for study at IIM, but today I would like to request him to share you his ideas and how he's playing a very big mission. As we told about, we are doing a lot of clusters and all. He's leading a lot of efforts in last few days in the Central Council in CSIR also. So I would like to request Dr. Brahmachari to give an insight to the orientation that we are doing and how we can meaningfully be taking this process ahead. Dr. Brahmachari, thank you.
Thank you, Vice Chancellor. Thank you very much. Anil Gupta always brings surprises. I knew him for many years. I can tell you one thing. I was born after Gandhi was dead, but I have never had the chance to physically see him. But Anil Gupta, to my children, is like a living Gandhi. And I am very honored that I am in Ahmedabad, and in his request, this meeting is taking place. I met him when Dr. Mashelter was Director General, and when National Innovation Foundation activity in which I had some interaction. I cannot say that how each of us, two of us, has influenced each other's thought process. And at some point of time, I get confused whether I am speaking his points or he's speaking my points. And we have lost that ability and identity. And every time, there is a surprise. Today we are talking about using students who did not do very well in the exams, right? I thought I will talk to you three things. You know, a big hall of the PRL has all wise men of India, of Indian science are sitting there. Few hundred people, just like all ignorant young men of India sitting in this room. Right? All wise men of Indian science. Fellows of the National Academy of Bangalore, instituted by C.V. Raman. Extraordinary scholars are all sitting in the hall where I give a talk in the morning. And in the talk, I try to tell them, when we were young, in 70s, our model was Che Guevara. As a young man, your philosophy was to do for the others, worry about the nation. By 90s, our model was how to get into IIM. Competition success, get exam, get make. Only you is the only person that you concerned of. And that's what happened. 2011, the world has changed. The confident India has emerged, and we are in the era of Facebook. And this movement from Che Guevara to competition success to Facebook. And in Facebook, generation that you are interested, I can tell you, raise your hand whoever has a Facebook account. Now you can raise your hand who has a Twitter account. Now you see, in this block will not have. I know all professors sitting here. So this is a wonderful platform that you can work on, where bosses, the professors, the seniors, the wise men will not be there. And I demonstrate. This I figured out while working and building an institute of genomics, when we had no experience in genomics. I was a professor at the Institute of Science. I moved from Bangalore to Delhi to establish an Institute of Genomics in 1997. Until 2007, I was the director. And today I can tell you that Institute of Genomics and Integrated Biology, is a world landmark institute. It's not India. And then 4 years, we got to become the CSIR. But this is doing better and better every day. Why? The entire institute was built by empowering young people. That one CSIR laboratory, where young people are the bosses. And that has been possible. So, people had hesitation to make me CSIR, but made me eventually. Prime Minister decided, so nobody had choice. Right? And my job was to transform CSIR and to convert and empower the young people. So Prime Minister asked me, when I met him 4 years back, build a new CSIR. So I just give his quote. CSIR is 65 years old and was built by Dr. Bhatnagar to meet the challenges of that time. I would like you to build a new CSIR that will fulfill the aspiration of modern India. So 4 years, the ship that was moved by wind energy, built of that time. It's a gigantic organization. I didn't even know that I had 4 centers in Ahmedabad, 2 we closed, and 2 are functional. I did not know the real estate that we own. Correct? They are all extension centers. Forget about 40 laboratories. And no DSIR has ever met and physically gone to all centers. I'm the first DSIR in 65 years to go to all centers, except Bhatnagar, because that day only 14 years. Right? So therefore, idea was to build a ship, reconfigure the ship into a nuclear power ice cutter. Okay? Aircraft carrier. So I spent 4 years and I finished on 11th of November. I officially declared the ship is ready and commissioned. And therefore, we issued a new vision document. This is also Prime Minister wanted. What would CSIR look at 80, India at 75? And the most important thing that we looked and decided, so the 4 years, I pursued one project called Open Source Drug Discovery. You can go to OSD.net, and there all the young people do the job. And that's what I talk to my wise colleagues. I believe there is a special power the young people have, and we should utilize it. So when we discussed and looked at who needs CSIR? For healthcare, you need CSIR. You cannot get out of it. All cannula, all CSIR is done. You need cardiac problems. Everybody needs it. The generic drugs, low cost. But most of the sector, I was thinking we don't need. Yesterday I discovered, only yesterday I discovered, I met 30 industrialists from vitrified tile manufacturing. And they told me to make vitrified tile, they have to get soil from Ukraine, which I didn't know. I said, you gave soil to Ukraine? He said, yes. And this problem 5 years back, during my time, I was surprised. They gave it to CSIR. And CSIR has converted and identified Indian soil from Rajasthan, from Gujarat, and that is what you are getting now. And that has reduced and made it competitive to survive in China. So there will be 2 more problems. So I realized that when I started this program of reaching out, I realized the unsung heroes, those who are doing this job, nobody knows them. Nobody has got up and told, you will not know that the Kerala step test, which is India's largest selling product, displacing all the life-saving drug, cardiovascular injection, is developed at Techpedia. So one interesting thing I observed, which I observed yesterday only after plotting, that Amul baby food from buffalo's milk was developed at CFTRI Mysore, and it was developed. That is 50 years back. The carbon fiber composite developed from aerospace, CSIR and NAL, National Aerospace Laboratory, is now manufactured, first time in India, is at Kemrock at Vidorba, Gujarat. Imtech Chandigarh streptokinase is manufactured in Kerala, in Ahmedabad. So how come the entire CSIR's intellectual property comes over to Ahmedabad, Gujarat, and I discovered my only institute is Bhavnagar, 7 years at the seat, CSIR, which of course does good business, and a lot of products and technology. How come we don't have an institute in Ahmedabad? So the decision was very clear. Ahmedabad should be a biggest center of innovation that we should establish in CSIR. We have cleared 8 centers, 3 of them financially also cleared. 1 in Bombay, 1 in newly regenerating Calcutta. We got 22-acre land, special. Calcutta land doesn't exist. So getting land in Calcutta is just impossible. We have 3 institutes in Bengal. We have Northeast. Link is only to Calcutta. So we felt one innovation should be there. And 1 in Chennai, where we have very strong laboratory. CLRI and SCRC, all concrete slabs in the railway line. The design is from CSIR. People don't know. No TV tower, testing tower, power testing tower, transmission tower can be installed without testing by SCRC Chennai. Why doesn't know? We did not know how to make every import steel, the spiral rod. The spiral rod was developed at CSIR Chennai. We have IIT across. So we have a cluster. So therefore, I have been, my job here is, I came from the academic meeting, but I have been plotting, looking around, so with that. So this is one reason that we will definitely have. The second reason, see, CSIR, 4 years, 3.5 years back, launched what is a program called CSIR 800. CSIR 800 is very simple. 800 million Indians in the bottom of the economic pyramid needs technological solution to improve their earning. See, you can talk about GDP growth, you can talk about anything. Go to Vietnam, you will realize that GDP growth is uniform, 7.5%, 10 years. Every growth has gone to everything. There is no squeeze. So that's why from 56% people below the poverty line, it has come down to 9% people below the poverty line in 16 years. It's a shame that after 60 years of independence, right, 65 years ago, still so many people are poor. I think we have no reason to. When this many million, 12 million young people, 15 million young people gets into 1 million engineers will produce. So therefore, idea was CSIR 800 is a program where we develop solutions that benefit people. Now, if you start plotting, you realize that my first exercise was to reduce the drudgery of rickshaw pullers and create electrical rickshaw, solar powered electrical rickshaw. And we wanted to promote, and you will be glad to know that Gujarat has taken 3,000 licenses to manufacture. If I name them, if I tell the name, all of you will know who is he, but I don't know tell the name. Okay? So we have been able to get up to 1,000 now manufacturing, and there are several. We give almost open source 100 rupees license fee so that you can take and manufacture. The idea is that 8 million people drive tricycles in India. From vegetable vendors, to ice cream vendors, to take them, and you convert them into motorized, you will need $12 billion of petrol. So therefore, how do you make the most, how do you have energy back, fit back to the group, how do you have the lighter battery, how do you do everything that can be simply and cheap? So prototypes have been developed, things have been given away, people have been working on it, several places it is running. So how do we have a series of technologies? So we discuss. And one of the ideas came, how do I use the students of engineering college who are otherwise busy? After they pass, they become very expensive. And after they have passed and done well, and selected today like IIM kids, right? And paying tomorrow newspaper will say how relaxed, right? As Chapitura says, they are busy. The best mind of the world is busy solving the problems of the rich who has no problem to solve. And there is nobody to solve the problems of the poor. So therefore, I keep telling my nephew who is in California that you are adding 43rd feature into a 42nd feature containing cell phone. Who cares? If you don't do it, some young girl will use it somewhere. And for that you are sending your career an IIT engineer, a master's from California. You are paid well. So what? So therefore, CSIR 800 is to solve those problems when you don't solve. If you die, who will cry? Can you make a difference? So therefore, in the 12th plan, we, as earmarked, funding mechanism, Dr. Gupta and we have talked and shown. So what we have done in this document, with my success of open source drug discovery, we have clearly said this in the strategy. We use extensively open innovation and crowdsourcing. We will create and harness open source platform, connect with students across the country, distributed co-creation of technologies, produce public goods on the way, involve stakeholders including NGOs and social enterprises. And this we will do to make a strategy to create an empowerment, catalyze innovation-driven industry. And our focus is science-based entrepreneurship, facilitate startup spin-off companies using knowledge and equity, enable MSMEs by being the knowledge partner and provider. So we want to bring a socio-economic transformation through ascent intervention. And this is what my young colleagues have built by discussing together. I will leave a copy. It will come up in the website by next week, because this week there is a formal handing over to PM. It has to be done. So what I meant is we are all engaged and we knew what's happening, and Dr. Gupta is a part of our development. Of course we are part of the Innovation Council, but it's not the Innovation Council, it is you who will make a difference. And I'm so glad. I always believe it will happen. I have no doubt, but when it will happen, where it will happen, how it will happen, one cannot tell. And the last bit I want to say, we give several thousand fellowships for PhD and things like that. Working on OSDD, I discovered one thing, that the best students are coming from the small institutions where hungry. People are hungry. Where people are fed well, they are not hungry. They are not motivated. So therefore, a little bit of hunger is important. So don't make your institute too much endowed with money. Right? So we realize there are people who are dyslexic, there are people who get less, who are creative but don't do well at the same time. And I have plenty of those kids. So this time, since I am teaching, so I have some advantage, So I decided that we'll launch a fellowship. We haven't got the name of the fellowship. The theme of the fellowship is an Edison fellowship. Those who haven't done well in the exam. At dyslexic, first time in a government documentation of the 12th plan, fellowship for dyslexic kids to do creative science has gone. How do we do? Whether we use the CBSE, ICSE certification, that mechanism has to be worked out. There are individuals, and I can tell you two experiences. One experience is personal. My son is dyslexic. Then at the age of 12, I discovered it. Very creative, but very disruptive thinking. And the second, so I learned everything about people and things and that. I did everything. Then I discovered that I had a trick of it. Because even today I cannot write the spelling correct. That's why I'm so afraid to do QT. But I don't mind SMS, because SMS no mistake spelling is accepted. So you will not get me email, you will only get an SMS. Okay? I get confused with something. But I was risky in advance. Any problem you will, I'll solve. So I got the National Science Talent. But I never read notes, I read books. If teacher told me in St. Techpedia College about electrochemistry something, I went and bought a book from College Street and read up the whole book. Now when exam happens, you can't write the book. Right? You write the concept. So the teacher is not satisfied. You have not written his notes, so he gives less marks. So I never got a first class. I always got 59.8, 59.7. So I lost my national scholarship. National Science Talent, very good scholarship. So my father was retired. So I had to think, what should I do? You can only do tuition, take care of it. So I had an innovative idea. I said, I'll sell maths. There are enough students who wants to mug maths. So in 12th class, 11th class those days, exam in December, there will be test exams, is college, right, before the board. And those test papers will come big fat. Those test papers have to be solved and books have to be written. I have solved all sums that you can write. There was no sum that you can run. And I had all those things. So small sum 2 rupees, big sum 4 rupees. So I go to press. I said, now there's 20 papers of Hindu school, this school, this school, this school. Is it okay? Deal? Deal. You will write? He'll print the note. I get 2 rupees for small. I was the richest guy. I never started their racket. I write over this shoe. I have a Schaeffer's pen and I write only in one paper. And there's an hat. I'm sure Gupta will agree. When you say Cadbury chocolate means 1/8 piece of the chocolate, right? You want Cadbury means you got 1/8. Other brothers and sisters, 1 chocolate is bought, right? So the only desire I have in life to have a 1 Cadbury chocolate to eat, stand in the bus stop. And so after I earn money, I go to the bus stop and eat 1 Cadbury. Everybody is looking at me. friend, Punendu Chatterjee, who is a multi-billionaire. He is the founder of Cellular Genomics, with great vendor funding. He put money and became rich. So I asked him, what did you do? He said, I figured out that in Calcutta, messes, there are newspapers. And those newspapers, people read by 10, 10:30, they have gone and resigned. So he collected all those newspapers and sold them to the housewives at 1/4 the price. Because housewife gets time to read after lunch. And in Calcutta, I don't know whether you know, they have it. The paper has to be English, statesman. You know, Bengali newspaper, but the ladies wants to read Juganta Randabajar, the film part and all those gossip, right? So therefore, from the mess you collect. So home only one paper, not two papers. It is very interesting. Huh? Calcutta, high educated people, a house, it has to be statesman. Because English is so complicated, you can understand what it is. I still remember my father said, he's statesman. And that's the business model. So business model, all those billionaires are people who grow up in life, build innovative business model. So I wanted to tell you, therefore I deserve an innovation space after retirement to your incubator, right? So my dream is, how do we connect all this? And if you look at the Innovation Council's report to the people, the first document has come out, it's in the website, you will see all these are put in, right? More or less, ideas have been thrown in, and it's only a matter of implementation. And I can tell you one thing, saying is easy, doing is difficult. I have said to you that I inherited a wind-moving ship, built 60, 70 years old, to convert it into this is a lot of work. So what you have started is fantastic, it's a great movement, and I'm sure I have no doubt it will happen. CSIR will get fully engaged because we are committed to the MSME, and this commitment is boldly written, no discussion, because this is the Bible now, everybody has to follow this. So therefore, my feeling is, the faster we can get connected, the better. And this exercise will get engaged. And Dr. Sudhir Kumar is here. I think I will get him here. I'm not seeing him. Sudhir Kumar has come back.
No, Sudhir.
No,
He's cutting.
From headquarters. CSIR. I hope we send a message to him to come so that he gets a chance to see. The original idea was he to be here by the